You won't
Taylor for sale rent gone. Oh, the bitch
Okay, about
really
20
spent.
seconds here.
Okay,
Welcome to Kickturn Party. Here we are once again on a Friday afternoon. Our guest today, Steve Olson. Kick back, relax. We'll chat in a minute.
My uncle used to love me, but she died. The chicken ain't chicken till it's looking good fried. Keep on the sunny side. My uncle used to love me, but she died.
I love it.
Here we go. Oh. Hey, here we are. We're back. Kickturn Party. A little bit of a rocky transition there. No surprise. We are here. Can you hear us, Steve?
I can hear you great. Is it janky?
All right. No, we got you piped in.
We're here.
That's because the vibes are positive, baby. The energy is on. We're on frequency. We are on frequency. Thank you, Roger Miller. But he died. Anyway.
We're here with Steve Olson, who's a self-help author who wrote the book All My Best Friends and Why I Hate Them All.
Okay, really. We're going there. I'm here with the boys from Knoxville, Tennessee. Thank you very much. Time to go.
So, in all seriousness, how are you doing?
That's not going to happen.
I know. But where are you located in proximity to the calamity out there?
Oh wow! I mean, look at that's horrendous. But I'm not in that. I'm not in any of the fire zones. But it's so crazy.
Yeah,
it's really crazy because I didn't grow up, but I used to live out in Malibu to be close to my son. He lived with me, and but you make friends wherever it is. But I have so many friends that have lost everything, and it's just like, how do they deal? It's just crazy. Like my friend Jim Ganzer. I don't know if I should be talking about it. I'm going to. I don't really care because I love the guy. But
no one listens to
he's the guy from Jimmy Z. You remember Jimmy Z?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy who who did Jimmy Z. But his house burned down, like with everything of his. I just think, how do you deal with it? Skip Emblem lost everything. It's just so gigantic of it's just wild to think. I don't know. I mean, it's all material shit, but it also is your life,
right?
I don't mean to dismiss materialism because we all have things that are sentimental to us and blah blah blah. But fun. I mean, you lose it and it's gone, and it's like wow. And you just don't. I just say, yo, man, if you need something, let me know. Blah blah blah. Either way, it's insane. It's really insane because the winds were so crazy, and the fire just was incredible. Blah blah blah. And watching it, and then there were a couple of fires closer to us. It was like, all right, are we gonna have to like get ready and fight these with hoses? But we didn't. We were fortunate enough that the fire department and all those guys. I mean, I watched the fire. There was a fire up. I live in Los Angeles, kind of within the proximity of the Hollywood area ish. Mm-hmm. But there's the Hollywood Hills, and there was a fire that broke out up in a place called Runyon Canyon. And my power had gone out, and I was going down to my friend's house, and then I was talking to a girl that had been evacuating horses. And she's like, oh, wow, there's a fire in Runyon Canyon. And that's kind of up directly in front of my studio. And then my other friends called me and like, yo, fire in Runyon. And I turned around, I came up, and as I was coming up, driving from south to north, I could see this ridge on fire. And I've been in some other fires, and just how fire moves and just is looking for fuel constantly. But the winds had subsided, and to watch these firefighters, like, I don't know. They couldn't really fight some of the other big fires because the winds were so crazy. But to watch these guys driving the helicopters and making these strategic drops was like amazing to see them contain this fire and you would see like a fire breaking out on the ridge on to the left, and there was like a small ridge, a smaller line of fire, and then a bigger fire, and how they would just like they just stomped on the fire, and they had it contained like in an hour and a half. And then I saw another one at my kid's house. I was having dinner with him and my grandkids, and I looked off the porch and I saw this other fire over in the eastern part of the Hollywood Hills. And I was like, wow, that's not a small little fire. And then I went back in and had something, whatever, we were eating pasta. I had some pasta and I came back out, and the fire department had contained this fire like within 15, 20 minutes. And it was just insane, but so much loss out here. Who knows what's going to go down? It's insane. I don't know if you guys have been in fires, but fires are
Great
crazy.
Smoky Mountains. There were some kids hiking on a trail about 5, 6 years ago?
6, 7 years
And
ago.
they were throwing fireworks and just destroyed everything. I'm sure you've heard of Gatlinburg or Dollywood. It's
Yeah,
like
of course.
the Venice Beach of East Tennessee.
Yeah.
And
I could have a question,
Gallenberg
though,
burned.
but go on.
Yeah.
Hey.
so all that stuff burned down. It was pretty brutal. But yeah, we
But it was hurricane winds.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
hurricane winds.
My aunt lost
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
She lived in Gatlinburg and lost
Right.
everything.
And it's
It's
weird
just-
to think about hurricanes in the hills of Tennessee, but Asheville, I'm sure you heard about Asheville, all that destruction that just
Yeah, of
happened.
course.
And it affected us too. I mean, people lost their homes in Knoxville.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is brutal. I mean, yeah, I have some people up in Nashville, and all of it. It's just, it's what it is.
Right.
I'm not dismissing them. I'm just saying it's just insane what goes down. And I don't, what do you do when you lose everything and you lose your house? And I don't know. It's just, it's.
You read Norman Vincent Peale and think about positive mental
There you go.
attitude. And then you play PMA by the Bad Brains.
You read Norman, I'll read George Orwell, and we'll meet somewhere in the middle.
All right. Because I'm a freaking idiot. And JD, by the way, this is JD, this is Nate, and I'm Bunny. And
Okay, Buddy, Jimmy,
Bunny
and
as
who's
in Bunny
what-
Rabbit.
right? Bunny,
Bunny?
Benny.
Yep.
Buddy, or Bunny?
Bunnyism.
You are not. Your name is not Bunny.
No, my name's Amos, but I'm called Bunny. And for
B-U-
reference,
B-U-D-D-Y.
B-U-N-N-Y.
Rat,
B-U-N-N-Y.
Bunny.
And for reference.
Why don't you have ears on? This is not fair. I mean, I see you have your headphones on, but a couple of rabbit
Okay,
ears
All right.
sticking outside.
Action item for
No,
next
I'm-
week.
Anyway.
I believe you. And because I'm an idiot, Kane, who works here at the TV station / radio station / community media center, he came in after Roger Miller and he's like, you didn't start the show. So everybody listening now missed. My uncle used to love me, but she didn't know Roger Miller. You were probably listening to Ethiopian jazz or something. It was pretty cool, but it wasn't Roger Miller.
Well, it's a good thing that we were recording it here on Zoom so we can. So we have a TV show too, Steve, that we play on
Yeah.
YouTube and public access cable here in town. So eventually you'll be a YouTube star.
Okay.
Beautiful.
I'm just kidding. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm not a very serious person most of the time. I met you at Kona.
Yep.
Yeah,
But what year did I meet you at Kona?
that was
40. I don't know if it was 40 or 45.
almost 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. At this
Right.
point.
All right.
Kona 50's coming up in 3 years. 2
Man.
years.
Right.
2
Were
years.
were we racing, or was I over racing?
No, you were standing there and I skated up. I did the snake run, brag. And then I skated up like a little fanboy and I went, George Wilson, Steve Olson, how you doing? And you were all like, who's this kook? And I said,
We
"My
did
son."
not. I would never do that.
No, you totally did.
You should have seen the look on
I
your
did
face.
not do that. What's your name? I'm sure I said, what's your name?
I had a big cowboy hat on and I said, my son is Cal Travis Oaks. And you went, oh, that kid's kind of cool.
Then I said, please, please, personal space. I'm kidding.
No, that's what Christian told us.
Well,
Well, anyway.
Oh, perfect. All right, crass subject. This tragedy. I mean, it's horrible, but you know, there's going to be some pools up there in the hills.
Oh, no. I said that to my friends. I said,
Yeah.
look, I know how horrific it is and everything, but there's going to be pools.
Yeah.
And my one friend's like, oh, you got to make a documentary. I was like, yo, bitch, I'm just thinking the pools.
Yeah, you can't make the documentary. That's what they call it, disaster tourism. I'm doing it.
Right?
Yeah,
No,
I'll
it's
be
a
out there.
drag. There have been fires prior, and there's been pools that pop up, and I mean, maybe that's the positive from it, but you know, I feel so. It just, I don't know. My heart has been heavy. I hate to sound like this kind of tragic person, but you just
No,
have
it's
this
terrible.
This,
Yeah.
you just this feeling, and when it's going on, it's really. I mean, this is the largest, craziest fire ever in the state of California. I'm pretty sure. You know, sometimes I'm talking and I tear up, like I feel for
Yeah.
them, and I feel for everyone. Like they're like, oh, the rich. And it's like, listen, they have feelings as well.
Well, we're going to take a little bit of a break just to kind of
Play music.
play music. Yeah. I'm going to play some Lee Dorsey.
Woo!
And we'll be back shortly.
So they can't hear me now, right?
No.
No, we're cut.
Well,
I can
fuck,
hear you.
man. I don't have downtime like this. I'm kidding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jen
She just asked if you still skate.
Like,
Yeah, I skate. I skate with my grandkid and my son, mostly. Like just cruising with him. My grandkid is
Oh,
like
his son is.
a year and a half old, but he rides on the front of my kid's board, and then we cruise around. It's the best thing I've ever experienced in skateboarding.
Yeah. So cool.
I mean, just seeing this little kid experience the motion and the whatever word we want to use to describe skateboarding, but you know, then all of a sudden it's like his dad is holding him up and he's skating, they're making turns, and all of a sudden grandpa, being me, also known as Boom Boom to the kid, then all of
Forever
a sudden,
known as
out of
Boom
nowhere,
Boom.
Boom Boom comes up in front and starts carving turns in front of him, and he just has this smile. It's just infectious. It's amazing though. Yeah, I don't know. I've skateboarded my whole life, and to be lucky enough to experience that is insane.
That's great.
Heck yeah.
Just this little kid, just like, oh my God, you know, this is fun. This is the best toy at the house. And all of a sudden, here comes grandpa on the skateboard cutting me off. You know, sometimes for me, I just like skating a lot. And then sometimes I'm just like, yo, I'm fucking bored. Not bored, just like, okay, maybe I should go surf some more. Yeah, I'm definitely going.
Yeah,
I think it's really cool. Yeah, those guys rip still ish, but yeah, of course, I'm gonna go pay my respects to the block because it's done. You just bulldozed on Monday, so
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I was looking at some of the footage of most of the malls already been dozed, and they still got.
Oh, they're doing the whole mall.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think the whole thing is getting shredded.
Oh, see, I was just under the impression that was just the fans part of the block.
Yeah, I mean, just from the pictures that I saw, but I was out there, I don't know, it's probably been a decade with Jay Kabler, one of our guys, legend here from Knoxville. We were out there skating.
Knoxville, where?
Tennessee.
I'm just kidding. Go on.
Sorry. We were out there and we got to skate. We got to skate there. And when we were checking in, they were so uptight about cameras and taking photos because apparently the block was used for a lot of television show or TV commercial bullshit. So we had to smuggle in some cameras, but we got some pretty good footage of it. It was just the two of us. Nobody else was there.
Right. But that's cool.
Yeah, we had the place to ourselves. But, you know, at least I got to see it and skate it, you know, at least once.
Right. No, that's really cool. I mean, the block, like I changed my mind. I was talking with my friend doing something yesterday, And he's like, they're bulldozing it. And I was like, I don't care about a skate contest. Been to 1,000 of them, whatever. But then he was like, but they're tearing it down. It's, the nostalgia, blah, blah, blah. But I was like, oh my God, I used to take my kid. He kind of learned to skate at the block. I would drive when we lived over on the west side and drive to the block a lot. And I was like, what am I thinking? I got to go pay my respects. Okay, wait a minute. Did I just hear you say anything and now I'm getting requests?
I was talking
don't
to.
worry, I'm just kidding. But what genre can I pick from?
Anything.
You know what? Yeah, I mean, I would love to hear. Well, I'm not going to hear it, but I love Robert Gordon. The Way I Walk.
Got any trips planned? Anywhere to go? You heading out anywhere?
Not right this second. I think maybe I'm doing an art show in Belgium. And if I do a show in Belgium, I might do an art show somewhere else in Europe. But at the present time, no, I'm kind of here in LA. How's Knoxville?
Knoxville sucks.
Yeah.
Wait a minute though. Where are the Titans out of? Are they out of Knoxville?
That's Nashville.
It's like
They are
3 hours
now.
away.
Okay.
What Knoxville has is a music festival called Big Ears. That's like the biggest thing we have all year. And there's all this avant-garde jazz and experimental music. It's a pretty cool event.
Oh, that's cool though.
If you've ever heard of Bonnaroo, the guy that puts that on is from Knoxville. He's a big promoter here in Knoxville. And bought the farm that Bonnaroo is on. It's like 2 hours away from us to get there.
2.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the music at Bonnaroo? It's everything, yeah?
It's everything. It's like the modern day Lollapalooza.
Right, okay. Yeah, I mean, I obviously have heard of Bonnaroo, but I didn't know if it was country or it's everything.
It's everything from, modern pop, rap, metal,
everything.
Whoever they can get to show up.
The Great Smoky Mountains is what we have that's amazing. So, there's ice cold swimming holes and hiking, and we paddleboard. We used to skateboard, so you got an injury.
Yeah. I just blew my knee out last week. So
yeah, but you have skate parks too, no?
Yeah, well, we have a metro park in downtown that Wally Holiday designed. The California skate parks did the pour.
Oh, really? Wally designed it.
Yeah. Wally came and hung out with us for a while, and worked directly with a few of us that got to design the park.
Right. Wally's a good guy.
It was great for about a decade, and then the concrete that they use sucks, and so now it's like skating an old crusty sidewalk.
Oh wow, that's a drag.
Yeah. So we're trying to figure out how to talk the city into letting somebody like Grindline will come in and grind it down to the rebar and re-pour it, but shit, that costs as much as a new park,
No, I was gonna say that's an expensive.
Yeah. We reached out to a couple of builders and they were like, yeah, we don't really resurface unless you'll let us grind it all the way down and re-pour it. And
right.
And now from when we had our park built to what they do now, it's just a little bit better technology. Concrete lasts longer. But so that's kind of where we're at. And we've got a couple of backyard ramps, secret, got to be in the know type shit.
Right.
Indoor one that's kind of nice because it gets cold here in the winter. And having an indoor ramp is nice.
How old are you?
I'll be 50 this year.
You're a fucking kid. No, but yeah, well, good luck with that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So have you heard of that Rage at the Rose thing that they do every year at the Rose Farm in Tennessee? It's like south of Nashville, big vert contest.
No.
It's like a 13-foot half pipe on a horse farm in the middle of fucking nowhere out here in Tennessee. It's a big East Coast deal. It's really close to the park they just built in Huntsville.
The getaway.
The new getaway. And
the new
guy
getaway
that owns the horse farm built that capsule there in the new getaway. He's a super cool guy, and he has this big event every year. And it's usually like the Skeleton Key and the Embassy guys come out to it. Like the East Coast vert scene, all the Virginia Beach guys like Colin Graham come to it.
Right.
But
who's the kid who rides for Santa Cruz from Tennessee?
Oh, that's Jake Wooten.
Yeah.
It was. Okay, I didn't.
He kind of grew up with us. He was a grommet you know, once upon a time, but he's always been just the best all-terrain skater.
He rips.
He does.
He's got power.
Not
man.
only that, but he's a super cool kid too. He's
Nice.
very class act kid. Like just
I just saw him. I saw him skate in Jacksonville actually at Kona.
Okay, yeah.
And I was like, damn, this kid skates with power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And man, that session at Kona, that pool session where it was
What?
just a giant snake session was crazy.
I'm doing some interview thing. What are you doing? Yeah?
Yeah, that snake session at the Kona pool, I think it came down to Jake Wooten and Colin Graham trying to take each other out. That was a great session.
I remember that. Yeah. I think I remember it.
All right.
Okay.
Are we going back on the air?
In just a minute. This song just started. This is Joan of Arc by Alice Donut. Alice Donut, one of my favorite punk bands of all time.
Hey, Bunny,
Yeah.
you ever dress up like a bunny?
Only at Christmas in the pink
Every
outfit.
night. No, I don't dress up like a bunny.
You know what? When you say no, I know it's yes.
Yeah. Oh, I'm totally gonna come out and figure out where you're skating a pool and just show up as a bunny.
Right. I'll be like, hey, you guys, this is Bunny from Knoxville.
Yeah.
They'll be like, please tell your friend to leave.
Yeah.
What was it like when you were young kids starting to skateboard in Knoxville? Was the equipment available to you?
Oh yeah.
Or did you have to go? I'm kidding. I'm pretending I'm switching the interview around.
No, I lived in a trailer.
I'm kidding.
I really did live in a trailer.
No, I believe that you
And
grew up
my-
in a trailer, Bunny.
My parents said
This is where you got your name. You didn't get the name later in life. You were like, you're like, yo, here comes young Bunny hopping down the turn the red trail.
Down the skater trail.
Oh my God, look at Bunny. He looks so cute with that little tail on.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like a Harmony Korine picture.
Yeah, it's called Dumb Bunny.
Exactly.
I don't mean you are dumb.
We
I am.
actually had a pretty good scene in the 80s.
No, let me finish. Let me finish.
What about me?
No, my folks built me a half pipe. They said, you seem to like skateboarding. And the half pipe was bigger than the trailer. It was amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wait,
we're coming back.
okay.
Oh. Sorry, we're back. This may be. Hold on.
Okay, now we got Steve back.
This may.
Is this your job?
If
Not mine.
Not really. Mr. Olson, the self-help guy, he had a request from Robert Gordon, The Way I Walk. Most of you know that as a Cramp song. I think he's just trying to brag and say,
Oh my God,
the
there's no
original
bragging.
song.
I like the
I know
Cramp
where the
version.
original song came from. My name's Steve, and I know where the original came
Oh,
from.
Bunny, you know what? When I see you, I'll carry 12 gauge out here, son of a bitch. My uncle was sheriff of Franklin forever, and I remember when I was a little kid, I would ride with him in the back of the truck. My old man could whistle really loud, and they would just pop off shooting groundhogs.
Oh, nice.
So you know what, Bunny? Listen, the reference I'm going with here is that I thought he was groundhog. I didn't know it was Bunny.
You remember a guy named Don Mad Dog Rutherford was going to play in your band? Okay, so he's an old Knoxville boy. I grew
What
up.
band did he play with?
He was going to play with your band Cash at one point, and at the
Whoa,
last.
wait a minute.
Yeah,
What do you mean? I mean, what do you mean? Where was he going to play with Cash?
I posted on the Instagram that we were going to have you on the show, and he sent me a message that said, I was almost in his band Cash with Bill Buster Bateman.
Oh, wow.
He said, I met Olson. He said he was the coolest guy in the world, took us out to some fancy club. Security opened the red velvet ropes and then saw him coming, total rock star. He gave me a CD, and the next day I was learning the guitar parts for the song Down at the Chicken Ranch.
Oh my God, that chicken ranch was good though.
He's like, I called Bateman and asked, hey man, when are we going to rehearse? And Bill said, change of plans. Olson is now Mr. Lucky for a big commercial campaign. So he's not going to be available for a while. And he ended up going back to doing the Blue Shadows, which is what he was doing at the time. But
Right. I remember that. But I mean, Cash is not very widely known, but Cash was interesting though. But the Chicken Ranch song is definitely. It was what it was. It went to #1 at a couple of like stations upstate New York, like that were like typical power rock, well, whatever, alternative rock stations, whatever. But then the band broke up. I totally remember Mad Dog.
Yeah. So hopefully, Dawn, I hope you're listening and you just got that shout out. He's still got family here in Knoxville, so he comes up and visits every once in a while.
Right on.
Yeah.
So he worked on Lords of Dogtown and all that?
Yeah, he worked on Lords of Dogtown. And so J-Cab and I were out there doing we used to go and do LA skate park tours every couple of years.
Well, wait a minute. If Steve may not know what Lords of Dogtown is, so there was this scene in Venice Beach, and it was called The Daggers.
Oh no, I think we're going a little earlier.
I'm breaking up.
Yeah, when is that? Is that finished? Is that coming out soon or
what?
JD, I haven't heard from you all day. I appreciate you continuing.
Come on, JD.
Well, I'm intimidated. This is one of my heroes.
Look at JD. I'm only kidding, but I have not seen it. I heard it's pretty good. I don't know about a release date. Thank you very much. Let me talk to my press agent really quick. Anyway,
I'm a little older than these guys, and the golden age of skateboard for me is the 70s and the 80s. You know, I still skate, but the best time was in the 70s and 80s for me.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah,
the 80s for me.
That's subjective. I'm sure it was the guy who's skating right now that just did something amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it, and I still have fun doing it.
Right? No, I understand what you're saying, and I appreciate you go back to the cone of silence. I'm just fucking kidding, JD. No. I mean, it was just
Steve Olson just told you to shut up.
I don't know if it was golden.
It was a good time.
I would think that it was. Yeah, it was interesting, and just luckily enough, I was involved with it. But yeah, I heard the documentaries from hard critics. Like they say it's pretty good. But I don't know when. I talked to Eddie. He's like, I want to come by and show it to you. I was like, I appreciate if you please forget where I live. No, whatchamacallit though? I haven't seen it, to be honest, but I've been told that it's actually kind of good, and it covers whatever it covers.
Hey, have you ever heard of
Bonnie, I'm not talking to you ever again.
You tell me the question, I'll ask.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
Can you ask Steve something?
Bonnie, I want to do a thing called telepathic energy frequency communication. Do it.
Okay, we got it. All right. What's your answer?
Anyway, go on.
This is a serious question. Have you ever heard of a print publication called Thrasher Magazine?
What?
No, I was going to tell you the history of us. So we have a buddy, Jay Kabler, who passed away like 2 years ago. And oh my gosh, every event we went to, he would go up. He probably went up to you and he went, "Hey, I'm Jay Kabler. I was on the cover of Thrasher Magazine."
Oh, that's cool though. He made the cover.
It was cool.
You know what? If he said that to me, I was like, "Yo, fucker, I never got the cover. What's the problem?"
Oh man, he was on there with Gibson,
Mike McGill, and
it was a 4-way.
Yeah, it's 5.
Craig Johnson.
Yeah. Craig Johnson.
Yeah. So anyway, he was such a cool guy, and always encouraged me. Every time we were at the skate park, he just ramped me up and patted me on the back. And he was like the god of documenting skateboarding. I mean, he's got Super 8 footage back from the 70s at Getaway Park. He grew up with Vision Guy.
No, he grew up with Ray Underhill.
Ray Underhill.
Yeah.
He and Ray Underhill
Oh,
went to they went to school together.
And he
so
was
he
big,
grew up.
big buddies.
Britt Parrott, Ray Underhill,
Yeah.
Lyle Donahoe, all
And
those
then
guys.
became buddies with Bill Dan for
Yeah.
around that time too. But
Right.
he was always documenting, and I was like, Jay, because I work at this public access TV station, and I said, we just need to have a public access TV show. And so that's when all this kind of started. And we would show up every Friday and record the Kickturn Party TV show. And it just kills us that he's gone now, because he would be loving the radio show too. We're going to take a short break and get back to some music.
Fuck these breaks.
Oh God! No, I've got to do it. I swore I would never play the Dead Kennedys on our show.
You
But
did,
we've got.
but we've played them.
No, we haven't.
What are you gonna play? California Uber Alice?
No, I'm going to play Forest Fire.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, brutally cool tune to play. So we got a little punk set coming up. We're going to take a breather. We're going to go urinate. We're going to do things like that. We got our guest Steve Olson.
Woo!
Rock and roll.
Can you guys still hear me when you have the cans off?
Yeah, we can still hear you. Yeah, we're clear.
Please put them back on so I can't hear you.
Yeah, I got a shark kit as a white elephant gift one time, and it was kind of weird at the time, but then I thought about it. I'm like, that shit's going in the car, man. It's going everywhere I go.
What did you call it? A shark?
It's a shark kit.
Shark kit.
So
Okay,
when, if you fart and it's actually a shark and you mess
Yes.
yourself, so it's a little kit.
Oh, it's a shark kit. I thought you were saying shark.
No, with the T. So you
Yes,
got,
got
you
you.
got a fresh pair of underwear. You got some wet wipes and
That
paper
is
towel.
insane.
It's a fucking shark kit.
You need to take that on fucking whatever, Shark Tank.
Shark Tank.
Shark Tank, where are you at? Oh, I just started a new company called Shark Tank.
Yes.
We just pull up,
It was
you know, it's
developed-
like it's a new cross member for manure.
Okay, we got 30 seconds. Everybody quiet on the set here.
Okay, I'm over this, Bunny. I don't like being told what to do now. I'll be quiet.
We're coming back now because Steve refused to be quiet. All right, we just heard Forest Fire by the Dead Kennedys. I Want to Die in Los Angeles by Dead to Me. Wild in the Streets by the Circle Jerks, and California Hills by Ty Hagall. So here we are. Yeah, we're back. Kickturn Party. I hate that Steve has to go now, but
Now Steve's in the cone of silence.
all right. Let's talk about
I think he's froze.
Got you, JD.
Ah!
Son of a bitch. Yes. Come on.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Oh,
JD. Take another shot of moonshine, boy.
All right. So
Sorry.
I saw a documentary not long ago about the OC, and you were in it. It was, talking about the Cuckoo's Nest and all that stuff. So what are some of the most badass shows you ever saw down in the OC at the Cuckoo's Nest or wherever in LA?
Okay, which one?
Anyone? Who'd you see? Did you see Lawrence Welk? Did you see Britney Spears? Who'd you see?
Well, one time.
Pat Brown. Did you know Pat Brown? Like,
Yeah, 'cause we used to skate a lot with Pat Brown before he was punker Pat Brown, and he could skate too.
yeah.
But yeah, we were all friends. We were skateboarders, and then punk rock came along, and then Pat Brown went incredibly insane. He didn't go insane. He just
But
got
he tried to
caught.
run.
He tried to run the cops down.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he was in a panic. He didn't. Wasn't like, oh, I'm take the cops out. He was just like, I got to get out of here. I'm sure, but no, I knew Pat well. But I mean, we saw lots of shows.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, the one show that not Cuckoo's Nest, not LA, not New York, there was a contest back in the day. Since we're talking about kick turning, which was happening at this time of the show, we were up in San Jose at a place called Winchester Skate Park, and some of us didn't make the finals.
Who didn't?
We didn't.
Go ahead.
Some of it. It's okay. Did you say something funny?
Yeah,
Because
San I went to San
I've been
Jose
reading.
this
I've
summer.
been writing this new book called Selective Hearing, and it's working. No,
and
what's it
JD is
called? God
is
damn it!
reading
Oh,
it.
that's it. I'm fucking done with all of this. You are under arrest, Bunny. You are under arrest, son. You're getting thrown in jail. Well,
I've been bad.
I've been bad, Bunny.
Bad
But no,
Bunny.
but we were sitting there, and some of us didn't make the finals, which are on Sunday. But there was a show at this place in San Francisco called Kezar Stadium or whatever, Assembly Hall. But it was it's funny you just played DKs, but it was the Clash were the headliners, and it was kind of, I think it was right when London Calling was coming out. So it was the Clash, the Cramps, and the Dead Kennedys were opening the show.
Man.
So that was like a pretty that was a pretty huge show. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 3,000 or 4,000 people, but not in size wise, but just the bands are pretty, I don't know, whatever. Important, not important isn't the right word, but yeah, but I went with like I went with Alva, I went with Bowman, I went with Alba, I went with Mofo, I went with this other guy, Kevin Thatcher. Those guys started Fat Thrasher. Type of deal, but it was insane. But I remember we went in there and we kind of, we weren't rolling, but we had numbers to our, and pogoing was happening at the time, and we were pogoing around and, you know, being skateboarders and whatever. Some of us played football and baseball. We just like, you know, be pogoing and someone just try to take you out and stick you. And people were like, oh, that's when, like, Mofo was like, that's when slam dancing started. And it's like, yeah, shut up, bitch. We're fucking pogoing. So you asked a question, and now I've given you an answer. And
oh my gosh. So San Francisco, last week we played Tragic Mulatto. Did you ever happen to get to see that band? He's frozen again.
No, God damn it. I'm kidding. No, I didn't.
They're pretty intense.
What was the name of the band?
Tragic Mulatto. The lead singer, female, who went under the moniker Flatula Lee Roth. And they were kind of a butthole surfers type band, but yeah, they're really good. Yeah, we played She's a Hoe and their cover of Whole Lot of Love last week. It was really good.
How's their cover? A Whole Lot of Love.
It's
actually really good.
Yeah, you definitely need to check it out. Come here, JD. Let's scoot over here. You go, hey, do you know how to scare a bee?
No.
They go, no. You go, booby. It's very politically
the saddest
correct.
thing is, Bunny, is that you show me that joke. It's a little bit juvenile, but I will probably use it tonight.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But on a male, just like you did.
That's JD's longest running
I
joke.
think JD did it to a Baptist preacher on the golf course, if I'm not mistaken.
I saw a show in '78 in Long Beach, and it was Black Sabbath, and the opening band were the Ramones.
Oh man!
Wow.
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah, I just whatever. That just happens to show
God, you're
how
old
I
as
am.
shit.
Thank you. I think I just jumped on that one before I could get you to fucking jump on it against me.
The Ramones of Black Sabbath. That would be freaking insane.
Yeah,
Oh no, Black Sabbath. All the fans were flipping off the Ramones.
Wow.
And we were there to see. I mean, look at, I like Sabbath and all of that, but we were there to see the Ramones, and we were like, they were all flipping off the Ramones flipping off the crowd, blah, blah, blah. Then Black Sabbath came on. We stood up and were flipping off Black Sabbath. Just like, what's wrong with these stupid kids?
Stupid kids.
Either way, but you know what? I'm going to tell you small little, some information on Tennessee. My mom used to work at an agency that worked with Grand Ole Opry.
Okay.
And she was a young chick back then, but she used to give the checks to all the stars that were playing the Grand Ole Opry. So she'd like hand checks to Marty Robbins, Hank Williams.
Who died a block away from here.
Who did?
Hank.
Yeah. Oh, right. I mean, I thought it was interesting. She's like, oh, he was a drug kind of person, Steven. I was thinking, you think, Mom? Anyway, I have a connection to Tennessee. I was in Knoxville one time. I was riding a motorcycle back from New York, and we were going through, and I was like, I haven't seen Uncle Fleming in so long. So he's in Nashville, whatever. He's in Franklin, and I call him up, and I'm in Knoxville visiting my aunt, and I called my uncle, and I'm like, oh, hey, Uncle Fleming, and he's like, who is this? I'm like, oh, it's your whatever I am to him.
Nephew.
Is it a nephew? Yeah, it is.
I mean, well, I don't know. Is he a daddy too?
Uncle,
Daddy, my mama.
Uncle Daddy.
What are you talking about, Bunny?
Uncle
You
Dad.
know my mama? Yeah. No, but anyway, I called him up and I was like, I was so excited to like see my uncle, who's like kind of had this folklore thing in my own fucking memory or story fucking making mind. But I was like, oh yeah, Uncle Fleming, I'm coming through Nashville in a couple of hours, however long it was taking. And he's like, okay, well, we're leaving from Knoxville. And I'm thinking, he doesn't give a flying fuck to see his nephew. At all. I was like, I'll try you anyway. I never heard from him again.
Wow.
He's like, Martha, let's get the fuck out of here. That kid from California, Patty's son, coming through. You gotta get out soon.
Tell him we're in Knoxville. Tell him we're in Knoxville. There's Cal.
Hey,
What's
what's up? What's up,
Hey,
Cal?
What up?
Oh, hey,
Hey,
what's going on, buddy?
What's up? Good to see y'all.
Where are you, Co?
I'm in Silver Lake, just walking.
Give
to
me
the
streets,
store.
baby. I grew up here.
I'm on Ellsworth and Robinson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Oh,
near
hey.
the donut manual
What
path.
were the fires for you over there when they first started at the Eaton fires?
It was just really like red and smoky, but we went up to the bay to stay
Right.
with my fiance's family. So we were chilling, but yeah, I mean, coming back around here, it's all fine. You know?
Yeah, no, I know. My kid lives over in Echo Park. They split, whatever. They said it was smoky. My other friend said he couldn't see. It was so smoky. And it was wild. But you
Hey,
guys
where
are
you
silly.
at?
Me, I'm in like off of Melrose in between La Brea and Fairfax.
Okay, got you. You
Yeah.
probably
Hey,
saw
Bunny,
more.
you can hear me, right? Bunny, Co's a good looking kid. What happened? Who's your daddy? Hey, Co, let me ask you a question, Co. Who's your daddy?
So there was a wrestling show on the public access station here called
Wrestle Talk.
And
I
this guy
think
named
Axis is better, but go on.
Axis, and this guy named Terry Landell. That was his. Who's your daddy? Was his name.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Hey, what was this? The altar boy says, $2 in a Snickers bar.
Oh, that is so
And that shit is on the air.
so wrong, but so good.
Okay,
that one-
after that dad joke, I'm gonna split.
Okay, wait, before you go, Cal, have you all ever skated together, or you just sit and look at each other and go, we're skateboarders that look cool?
You know what, Co? I think you're gonna split, and so am I.
Are you really? Dang it. I'm going to jump into a gospel number. I'm gonna
Oh,
play,
we're actually going to a music break.
Yeah, I'm going to play Dorothy.
Do you need to pee
Norwood.
again, Steve?
No, sir. Latter day. I do
Wait.
need to. I've just,
I mean,
I've been
I
sitting here
know,
just shitting myself since
you
we
know,
talked about that.
Men of a certain age have to use the bathroom a bunch. So
Oh, yeah. We're
You're
gonna
50.
listen
I'm
to-
63. Guess what? I know.
Dorothy Norwood, Let Your Feet Down Easy, and then we're going to listen to the Meters Ease Back. We'll be back in just a couple minutes, folks.
there he is.
Again, I wish that I had the balls to come back naked, but
Oh, tell them about when we all took
that would just be like, no, this
No.
dude's fucking lost his mind.
at Kona 40.
we were walking through the pro shop, and it was just like wall to wall people. Everybody's sweating. Everybody's
Yeah.
been drinking PBR all day.
Yeah, because they gave us free beer.
Yeah, they gave us we got the executive pass, so you could drink all the PBR you wanted. And trust me, Nate had drunk all the PBR he wanted. And we get wedged in between the like the exit.
We're
to
in
the
it.
park.
We're in a cattle line of people, and
Yeah, and
Steve Stedham's
Steve
right
Stedham
behind me.
behind him, and Nate crop dust Steve Stedham, and that was his claim to fame for the whole week. He was like, "Yeah, man, totally."
I got him.
It's Steve Stedham.
I got it
him.
good. And Donnie Griffin, Rodney Mead, Rodney Mead was
Oh
there.
my gosh, you know
And
Rodney?
Christian was there. It was a great demo.
Rodney, man, Phew, I love
You know,
Nate, what were you doing there?
Skateboarding.
I'm just kidding. Just fucking setting it up.
Doing
son.
this.
Boom.
I was going.
Load, sir. It's
Well,
load.
I mean, truth be known, I am. You always have had a cool look, but you can skate. I've always had a cool look, but I'm kind of a
Have you?
reenactor. I'm a little bit of a reenactor.
That's
You know
it.
I am.
No, I'm talking about you've always had a cool look.
I have. Yeah, I love when Jay Cavler was. You all were looking for me. He said, "How will we know where you are?" And I said, "Well, I'll be the one that's."
You look for the guy in the bunny outfit.
No, I said, "I'll be the one that's dressed like a gay cowboy." And he said,
And
"You're
Cavler,
always dressed
Cavler
like a
goes,
gay
yeah, you're
cowboy."
always just looking like a gay cowboy.
Right. And you're like, no, there's not a gay cowboy. That's a gay bunny.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
So back to the cake. Back to the cake.
Yeah.
Wait a minute though. Do you say you can play any song?
Yeah. What you want to hear?
I don't really care
Well,
to
you
hear
won't
it,
hear
but
it. You want to hear it.
I just was thinking that you could play the Joneses doing the cover of "Your Cheating Heart" by Hank Williams.
Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in today.
Wait a minute.
Wait,
there-
the
a call-
Joneses. Why
A
would
call
we
came
just-
through as you were saying that insult. So please
Okay.
repeat it.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. Now, why would we play a cover of that song and not just play the Hank Williams song?
Well, because I'm playing bass on that song.
Oh, okay. That's I'm writing it down. The Joneses. Let me cue it up.
I mean, you don't have to. I'm just throwing it out there.
No, we're gonna.
But it's a little different version than Hank's version, but that's okay.
We have to pamper our guest, otherwise. he's
Oh
gonna
my
go
God.
off and-
It wasn't
he's
even.
like,
It wasn't even
you
my
guys-
request. That's
Oh,
the best
you,
thing.
you all have no idea. When we were playing music, he goes, "I play bass on this song, and I want everybody to do it."
So I'm
What else though? With like moonshine is huge in Knoxville, and you say meth is huge there too.
Yeah, so because Knoxville sits on the intersection of Interstate 75 and Interstate 40, it's a big trucker route for human trafficking and meth.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? So, wow. I mean, look, I could make jokes, but I'm not. So human trafficking, meth we know about, and I don't know much about human trafficking. So what? These cats are hauling people in their rigs?
It's kind of a thing, man. I see it on the news all the time. And
Wow.
they'll,
So they pull,
yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Nate, but they pull over trucks and they find people being trafficked.
it happens.
Trafficked.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Trailers blow up, all that stuff.
That's wild, man. I never.
Crazy, man.
Oh,
Nate.
heavy. All right.
Let's lighten it back up.
I went to school with a guy at Art Center, and we were talking about meth. I was telling him kind of about that. He went, "Oh, meth is great." And I thought he was kidding. And he went, "No, it really is."
Jesus Christ.
You do meth? And he went, "Yeah, it's wonderful." I went,
Right. He
All
was
right.
like, I can get all my homework done.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually started doing my fucking thesis long before I was even close to graduating. Because I might not graduate. I might be out on the street just smoking meth.
Exactly.
Wait a minute, Bunny. What was your major? You went to get your master's in what?
Studio art.
Caricatures.
Yeah, studio art.
Yeah,
Studio art.
caricatures. I wanted to sit on the pier at Santa Monica and do caricatures, and then I was going to get an
come on, I love caricatures.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, no, yeah, it was studio art. So
I have a story about caricatures. Can I share it with you?
Yeah.
Yep.
That'll be $5, please.
No.
Sorry. no, but there is one. I do. I like caricatures. I think they're funny. I think they're interesting. I like how fast these guys do it. But there was a point a while ago, and I was like, oh, I would love to be able to do like caricature drawings because I'm not a really good drawer. But so I looked it up.
Okay.
So I called up. I looked on the internet, and I was looking at them, and I don't know. I was taking care of my old man or something, but I did some and whatever. I was like, oh, okay, I could probably figure it out. Maybe I should get some guy to maybe give me some lessons, whatever. So I called the guy up, and I'm like, hey, man, we're talking. Luckily, he gave me his number, which he probably regretted at the end. But I'm talking to him, and he's like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, well, I do other kinds of art. I'm not like in that drawing world, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, and I was like, I was looking maybe that, maybe I could hire you and you could give me some pointers or blah, blah, blah. And he's like, well, I only do parties. And I was like, okay, well, that's cool. How about, and how much are you? And he's like, oh, I charge like $500 a party. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm throwing a party. And he's like, oh, you want to hire me? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, okay, when's the party? And I made up some date, whatever. And he was like, okay, how many people do you have you plan on attending? And I was like, one. And the guy was like, what? And I was like, what's the difference, man? I just want you to
$500, man.
I'll pay you $500 or whatever. I'm not that I'm rich, but I was like, I'll pay you $500 for an hour or two of lessons. And he was like, okay, well, I don't know about that. And I was like, all right, well, I guess you got a lot of parties booked. And then he said, like, send me some of your art. And I was like, okay. So then I texted him some pieces, some sculpture shit. And then he calls me back and he's like, oh, you're a real artist. And I was like, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, maybe not. But anyway, that's kind of nice you say that. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you're a real artist. You can draw fucking caricatures in 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, I need that skill set. So someone say, oh, you're a great artist. And then like, okay. You know what? Actually, I'm having a party. And he was like, okay. I fell for it once. And I was like, no, I'm having a party. $500. I can pay you up front. I'll trust you. And he's like, okay. No, but really, how many people are going to be there? I was like, probably like, I don't know, maybe 40, 50 people. And he's like, oh, okay, that it can work. And I was like, oh, geez, I just got an email. No one's showing up for the party except for me. But the guy actually, then he realized, oh, this guy is fucking insane.
I do need to mention, I forgot, Lost and Found Records is actually our sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
They loaded some vinyl to us. So thank you, Maria, everybody at Lost and Found for being a part of this. And you know who else is sponsoring it? AmosOaks.com. If you want to see my art.
Whoa, wait a minute. Who was the last sponsor? Amos
Oaks.
AmosOaks.com.
Oh,
AKA
.com. I thought you said duck.
Anus?
Duck something. I thought it was like some duck hunting company.
Duck butter. All right, we've only got 15 minutes left in the show, and unfortunately, when we agreed to have Steve Olson on the show, he was like, "You have to play this song, "Your Cheating Heart" by the Joneses." He said, because I play bass on it, and if you don't play that, then I'm not going to come on the show. So.
Wow.
I can't. I do want to hear it.
The best thing of all is it wasn't my idea. Someone said, "Oh, we're listening to the show. Why don't they play the Joneses?" And I was like,
Heck yeah. No, I'm totally stoked. So we're going to jump into that.
"You're
now.
not that stoked. You know what? You need to go back to acting class. Instead of fucking going to fucking art center, you should have gone to Uta Hagen or Stella Adler or the fucking acting school. Maybe go to fucking Jay Leno's comedy school for fucking winners. Something like that."
Oh shit! Telling all your friends that you're on some radio show in Knoxville.
I said the world famous radio show.
Oh shit! That's what I'm talking about.
I blew it up a little bit. I sensationalized it. I'm in Hollywood, don't forget.
Yeah, it's
Like, it's unbelievable. They asked me to be
I've
on the
seen
show.
social media posts.
Can you believe we made that amazing serendipitous Tennessee connection?
Is your mic on?
Yeah, my mic's on.
I hear you.
You can't
I
hear
hear
me?
him.
Oh, you can't hear me because can you hear me, Steve? Oh.
That means yes, buddy. Hey. The fact of the matter is, you couldn't hear the bass, Nate, because I wasn't playing bass on that one.
Are you kidding me?
Of course I'm kidding. Don't
That is your cheating heart. And the Andrew Johnson Hotel is literally a block away from here. We just had a cool freaking event there. The Nakatani Gong Orchestra.
I was in the Gong Orchestra.
You were with
Yeah.
Addiction out of San Francisco. And anyway, that's where Hank Williams got his last methadone shot and then kind of passed out. And they put him in a car and he pretty much was pronounced dead in Strawberry Plains, Tennessee. That was Your Cheating Heart by Hank Williams, covered by the Joneses with bass from the one, the only Steve Olson.
Yeah.
self-help author.
Yeah.
Man, thank you so much for joining
yeah.
us today.
Yeah, Steve, this has been
It's been
fantastic.
amazing.
Oh, shit.
Again, I am kidding. Anyway, I just whatever. Who cares? Fuck it. Anyway, so now what are you guys gonna do?
That's it.
I'm counting the days to Kona 50 because I'm
Yeah.
hoping you're going to come back.
Yeah,
Because
you gotta be.
we gotta
Kona
relive
50.
this
There's
at
gonna
Kona
be
50.
blood at Kona 50. Oh my goodness.
Did you see? I just picked something out of my mouth.
Yeah, I saw that. I could
It was
almost
a little
taste
puke.
it.
Right as Nate said, "Come back," I kind of had a little small.
Regurgitation.
Oh, but it's gonna be fun. We're gonna go get charcuterie with you at Jacksonville Beach. It's gonna be
There you
wonderful.
go. Anyway, so
We'll ride bicycles on the sand.
what's the next? What? I mean, do you do art still, Nate? Not Nate. Sorry.
But
No, I don't do
yeah, well, I haven't. In last show I had was at Lincoln Memorial University 2 years ago. This thing kind of consumes me. I'm going to be in a show in New York in April. One of my professors from Art Center passed away, and they were asking former students to be in that show. So that's the closest thing I got coming up.
Oh,
I
that's
need
cool.
I need to start making art again. It's when you quit, it's not like a bicycle. You know, you got to practice. You got to make that stuff. You got to think.
Damn.
No, I agree with you completely on that.
Yeah.
On a serious note, but on not so serious note,
Mhm.
the next title of your art show,
Yeah.
Daddy Knows Best.
Daddy knows bunny.
Done.
Daddy bunny knows
Done.
best.
Daddy Knows Best, and all it is a picture of you as a weirdo bunny running around.
I know. Golly.
Yes.
All right. Well, you're listening to Radio KCM, facilitated by Knoxville Community Media, community radio for the community, by the community. If you want to get involved, reach out to us at radio@knoxcm.org. You've been with Kickturn Party and our very, very special, wonderful, amazing guest.
Host, I love that.
Host, Steve Olson.
So next Friday, you're going to be back hosting our show.
The
again?
most amazing host ever, Bunny.
Yeah.
Butthole Daddy-O.
Old Daddy-O. After us, we've got Fear of Music, and then the kids who influenced us to do this show. We've got the Fun House, who've been doing radio for 20 years. We love those guys. We're glad to be here. What are you got the final words, and then we're going to go into Arab Strap. The week never starts around here.
I'm going to go visit my grandsons.
Awesome.
Tonight.
And I'll take the skateboard in case the air quality is
Cool.
Open,
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome.
Do y'all
Yeah,
sit
it's still
around?
early there for you, huh?
It's going to be 3:00, and I can't believe I wasted 2 hours from 1 to 3.
We can't either. I can't believe you agreed to do this.
Fact of the matter is, I've been on an IV all time. We've been talking, and the morphine just ran out. Thank God I timed it properly, and the measurements were accurate.
Oh my gosh. Thank you
No,
so
but
much.
thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's been a privilege.
Yeah,
It's
it
been
really
an honor,
has.
Yeah.
I don't believe any of those words or accept them, but I thank you. It was really fun talking with you guys
It
and
was.
Yeah.
having fun.
Yeah.
And to all our listeners, gosh, the best song of the night was Roger Miller. My uncle used to love me. But
And it
Play it,
didn't make it.
died.
Play it again.
Play it again.
Close it out. Close out. with it.
I'll close out with that. That's a good
Yeah,
idea.
thank God.
You all
Don't
talk
talk.
for a minute.
Don't talk.
Wait. Now he's got to go get it back out of the vinyl bag.
Man.
So does that mean,
All
are we
right.
done?
Yeah, I think we're done. So you can leave.
I don't mean like that. I'm just
Check your Venmo and we'll pay you.
Don't worry. I have it on automatic. I'm fucking kidding you. I can't believe I have -5 in my Venmo account.
I'll send you a jug of moonshine.
Yeah, there
In
you
the
go.
mail.
Anyway, you guys have a great
We'll mail
weekend.
you some shine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you too, man.
Hopefully we'll see you at Kona. If
Yeah,
not
That's a
sooner.
possibility always. And again, thank you so much. It was a
Thank
blast.
you. Thank you.
All right.
See you, man.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.